I will say, goal of the game in the Horizon Adventure is to get onto the Hall of Fame. The game doesn't end there.
Okay.
Tons and tons of content. And to get to the Hall of Fame, you have to earn something called accolades, and we'll go into those in a second. But let's have a look at the adventure screen really quickly, because this is one of my favourites. Look at that.
Oh,
how cool does that look?
So colourful. Look at that. Sorry, I'm trying to be professional here, but genuinely, that is incredible. I love it.
Tons and tons of fun. Loads going on. Let's have a quick walk through. I mean, I'm getting distracted. Balloons at the top there, cable car, blimp, cars.
We were really excited to see the game map. And we were like, yeah, we'll show you the game map. And we were holding this in the bag. This is we showed the game map ages
chat
ago,
has just exploded with the words, it looks amazing, it's cute, they love it, so clean. So nice work from chat immediately.
Right, let's have a look at what you can do. When I speak about going on an adventure and giving players the tools to unlock the gameplay they want and tell us how they want to play through the campaign, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. We've got Horizon Baja. That's the home of cross-country racing. You unlock this, you unlock the cross-country racing. You'll unlock a ton of other gameplay opportunities as well. Not immediately with that. You'll have to kind of expand that outpost when you do. I can show you a good example. We've already built Horizon Festival Mexico. I mean, technically it was built when we arrived. We're not the architects of that. But let's have a look at the gameplay that's available there. So we've arrived at the festival site. We now have a nice tick for Welcome to Mexico. You've already seen, and we took part in that amazing showcase On a Wing and a Prayer. Car versus plane, but with a twist. We know what the twist is now. And we can unlock a story called Vocho, which is finding and restoring a legendary car. Desperately not trying to unlock that right now because it is great. And the Goliath, right? What Horizon game is complete without an epic, many miles long race around the map? So you can do all of that at the main festival. And each one of those we call a new chapter. So earning enough accolades unlocks a new chapter, and I can choose to kind of spend my new chapter. Like my new chapter is going to be Vocho or it's going to be Goliath.
And the great thing about this is as we talk about this Horizon adventure, it's that every player really will have a pretty unique path through this game. And when you're talking to other people, they'll be like, oh, so which festival site did you open first? And you might say you've opened up the Apex Festival and you've gone and got stuck into road racing, and that will shape the way your game plays out for a decent length of time after that. But maybe I go to the Wilds Festival and I've gone all dirt racing, and again, that makes that next hour, 2 hours of my game completely different to yours, and the opportunities that come after that, because then I could go and unlock different showcase events, different Horizon stories, because I've made that choice. It really does lead to this really sprawling, different split path gameplay that means everyone's adventure through the campaign will be different to each other's.
Yeah, and not just based on kind of choice of I really like road racing or I like dirt racing, but there's different ways that people like to play games as well. Some people, they'll want to open Horizon Apex, and then because they're kind of a completionist, they'll be like, well, I'm doing all of the content there before I move on. Whereas some other people they'll open Apex, then they'll open Wilds, then they'll open Baja, then they'll open Rush. It's kind of giving people the freedom, and we deliver it with this awesomely cute, adorable map. So I think we're going to go on an adventure, and I think we're going to open a new outpost, right? That's the plan.
That's the plan, but we're not there yet. We have to get some accolades first.
Yes.
Right? You mentioned accolades. What are accolades, Ben? I don't know. I'm sure Charlie doesn't know either. Tell us what they are.
I don't know either. Actually, no, I do know. So let's go through
Mike,
that. Right.
I hope you know what they are.
What?
Yeah.
Hopefully someone here knows. Marco?
Hands up, I do know what accolades are. So, as you can see at the top of the screen there, it tells us how many we need to earn for our next chapter. So we're going to go into the accolades menu, and we are going to see tons of categories, and really importantly, thousands of accolades. Caveat here, we're not asking the players, and we don't expect players to complete every single accolade in the game. What we are saying is, whatever you like to do, there'll be a good collection of accolades for you. It might be that you like to do a bunch of racing, and you like to do some PR stunts and some skills as well. It might be that you like to do just kind of online stuff, and we've got a whole bunch of categories in there. That's the kind of beauty of accolades, and they extend beyond the campaign. So once you've reached the Hall of Fame, so you've unlocked everything on the adventure map, and you might think, oh, what else is there to do? Accolades are this beautiful way of having this collection of bite-sized challenges that let you kind of mop up the things that you still haven't done and just extend your game. And I think we'll extend it in the ways we have done with Forza Horizon 4, where we're delivering new content on like a weekly and kind of monthly basis. These will plug into this really well.
Yeah, so it's not super clear as we look at the screen right now, but that little blue bar that you can see just creeping up on the Welcome to Mexico tile there, that is actually a progress bar that fills up and completes the whole thing and completes that whole page. as we stand right now, about half an hour into our campaign, you can see that it's basically all zeros and we haven't done anything yet. And it does at the start of the game fill up quite slowly, but once you've put in that sort of 6 to 10 hours, these all start to get quite near the top, and you're like looking at that Horizon Stories one, going, "Oh, I've only actually got a few left there," and it's super compelling to just go and finish that off and push them up to the top and fill up those
It's
bars.
very
and,
Moorish.
yeah, absolutely. That is a great word for it.
So, Marco loves racing, lives for racing. Marco fancies doing some racing. We'll have a look at racing.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Many locked accolades. And we need to go and build the Horizon Apex outpost. So let's go and do that. Welcome to Mexico is a nice small collection of kind of early game accolades. We have a few, like we've arrived at the festival. We can purchase a car from the auto show. We can also take part in a bunch of routes. If I select this one now, it will pin it to my HUD and set my route, and we can drive to go and do that. But before we kind of go back into game, I'm going to open the map just to explain that one of the main ways to play through a Horizon campaign is to go around and look at things on the map. And I think early campaign, we would expect many players to go through this is the kind of regular Horizon way. Map, piece of content, set your route there, take part in the content. What are you going to do next? Let's take part in this, and we'll go there and do it. But if I go back to free roam now, we can see that we have a pin, Horizon Mexico Circuit Rookie, complete Mexico Circuit, and I think we should head off and do it.
Let's go.
All right.
Take it away.
So Ben's put his controller down now. He's going to stop meddling with Marco's game and let Marco do some driving as we enter the Horizon Festival Mexico.
I'm excited for this.
I don't know why we're not playing the game footage, but it looks great, guys. I bet you wish you could see the Horizon Festival.
I wish you could see how wonderful this game looks right now. Oh, there we go.
There we go. We've actually driven straight through the festival. Marco, do you want to do a UV? Let's show everyone. I think we're taking a second to get the feed up and running there.
I'm ready.
Oh, Marco's saying no. He's going into the race.
Should we
He just wants to know.
But yeah, let's go look at the festival because we didn't really get a chance to look at it.
Well, at the festival.
Yes, yeah.
Let's go.
There was a little blip in the stream there where we didn't get the feed up in time. So.
Let's go
So which is the festival we're going to see then? This is the main one.
First look at the Horizon Festival Mexico, and it is without question our best festival yet. It's got some amazing features. It's got a drag strip running through the middle of it. It's got an awesome hangout like car meet space, which is called the Horizon Tour. You can go out there, you can show off your cars, you can show off your cool liveries, hang out with the people and group up and go and do some racing. It's also built into an abandoned racing circuit. So all of this like sort of web of roads that you can see now is an awesome abandoned race circuit, or at least it was abandoned until the Horizon Festival arrived to breathe fresh life into it. And now, Marco, I'll let you do it now, Marco. If you want to go drive over to the start location for the Horizon Festival circuit.
You are released.
I'm going to get across the field.
Just straight
Yeah,
up
that's
there.
the only way.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Corvette in its natural habitat there, going across
absolutely fine.
the embankment.
It's a bit bumpy. There you go. Arrive there.
All right, and
I'm
here
ready for
is
race.
our target. This is where we're going to go and get accolades so we can start our adventure.
Yes. So this, I think, is going to become probably people's favourite kind of test track. This is where you're going to come to check out your brand new tunes, check out all your new cars, really put them through their paces for at least, I would say, about half of the cars in the game. All of the cars that are focused on road racing, street racing, asphalt surfaces, you're going to bring them here to kind of really put them through their paces.
Are we ready? Can we see
I think we're ready.
I think we're ready.
Yeah, I think we're ready. Any bets on where Marco's going to finish?
Well, he really struggled in rehearsal. So.
I know. Do we admit that our finely tuned campaign balance requires a win? Otherwise,
the way that we have set this up for the demo purposes, yes.
No pressure,
anything
guys,
less than a win will actually really ruin the rest of the show, Marco.
You
So
did
really
say
great
you were
win.
better than Andy.
No pressure,
and
absolutely.
Andy won last stream, so I do think, you owe us a win here, Marco.
Well, I'm going to try my best. So,
As always, you are on a wheel. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah.
So, I think what we really did this time is actually investing and improving the wheel experience. And what we did is actually improving the handling and focusing on the force feedback code implementation to actually capture more details and create a whole new experience when you're driving with the wheel. And you can tell right now, I literally lost the back end and the wheel told me immediately, and I could catch the car quite easily. By the way, I'm on simulation steering and traction control off, so just to make it a little bit tougher. And here we are. I can definitely feel everything that this car is doing. I feel connected with the road. I feel every single detail on the ground. And if I put a wheel on the off-road a little bit, oh, there you go, it feels immediately diverse. And that diversity is different across all cars, across all tires. And that's really important. Actually, really, really expand the experience and the engaging when you're driving with the steering wheel. And now, let's get back to the race, guys, because I'm still sixth, and apparently I've been told I got to win this race. So got to put some effort in it. Oh, here you go. Another thing, the braking. The braking have massively improved. So we're now basically calculating the brake force based on how big the discs are, how many pots there are on the brake disc system. If it's a disc, if a ceramic disc, is a cast iron, is a drum disc. And we also improve a lot the way the ABS system works all up. So modern ABS now, rather than completely cut off the brake when a lockup is detected, actually mitigate and like ease off the brake so you can still preserve some brake pressure and reduce the brakes distance. But these guys are really giving me a challenge. And
they're giving you a go,
I really need
they?
to close the gap. So now I need to focus, guys, because the Skyline ahead of me is definitely using some turbos. And I'm on an old-fashioned.
Quiz him, Charlie.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? I'm going to go off a little bit here. I think there are a couple of people in chat who are asking, you personally, Marco, if you have a preference of just playing on this camera, because I think some of them would be keen for you to change it. Obviously, I want you to thrive the best way you thrive, but do you have a preference for this camera over the wheel over others?
I do, actually. I do prefer to drive from this camera. I think you have a better indication of what the car is doing. But, I follow many YouTubers. I'm sure they're following us right now. Bye. And yeah, I really actually, I'm impressed how, guys, you drive from follow cam. And yeah, touche. I much prefer driving from this camera, to be honest. These or the hood camera is actually another good option for driving with the wheel. You feel more connected with the car is doing.
Perfect. So you mentioned that you've improved the brake system. I have to ask, as someone who is sort of, when I play Forza, I'm very much on the off-road style of the racing and hooning around. So what improvements have you made to off-road handling?
Well, that actually is a very, very big topic. I think higher level, we improved both the suspension and the tires. For the suspension, we actually went to town and improved a lot about the preload spring force, but not only the progressiveness of the damper and the progressiveness of the bump stop as well. We actually have hydraulic bump stop and everything that actually goes in really, really low amount of detail for what concern the suspension for off-roading and rally as well. Another big improvement we've done to the off-road as a whole is actually we're now simulating the interaction between the tires and all the different surfaces on the ground. That actually massively changed the way tires feel when you're off-road, depending on if you're on slick or if you're on rally tires or if you are on normal radial tires or bias ply. Every single tire's got a different reaction with the ground. And you can totally feel that through the pad, but now with the wheel as well.
Perfect. I love it. And talking of reactions, we did come second then. So what does that mean, guys in the studios? Are we able to progress?
Well,
we had to do a little cheat while they weren't showing the game there, but that's okay.
That's okay. Sorry, guys.
I just wanted to call out.
we are, however, now all good, and we're in a position where we can start our adventure.
Perfect. Okay.
So, I think we have a feeling where we want to go. There was a lot of talk about Horizon Apex and road racing. Yeah, so let's talk about how we build an outpost. So we don't just select Horizon Apex here and then it just gets added to the world and all the race events are there. No, what we do is we undertake what we call an expedition towards this festival. So here we go. This expedition for Apex is a Tullum expedition, weather a storm on the road to Tullum. So we're going to start this, and we're going to have an expedition become available to us, which we are going to take part in with a little bit of a surprise twist, ideally. But what is an expedition? It's a really nice combination of kind of story and showcase-driven cinematic gameplay, where you'll learn about the environment around you, you'll learn new things about Mexico, and kind of Ramiro will lead you towards the perfect destination for this outpost. So let's unlock
brilliant.
that and head back into World.